What's up everyone, my name is Mark Plant and this is MPV Vlogs. Hey everyone, like I said, my name is Mark Plant and this is MPV Vlogs. Thanks for coming in. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button down on the bottom. It really does help out the channel. If you're already a subscriber, thank you guys so much. You know I appreciate you guys. Please hit that bell icon and you'll get a notification anytime I put up a new video, just like this one. If you're using a mobile device, just make sure that notifications are allowed or you won't get the notification. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think, if I could have done anything different in this video. Because this video, I am building a workbench here in my basement. It's going to be interesting. I've never done it before, so it's going to be trial and error on a lot of this stuff. So what do you say we get right to it? And I got to clear the area out where the workbench is going to go. Like I've said before in the past, I don't have much storage space in this house. This is one of the reasons why I'm building this room, is for more storage. So let's go clear that area out. Alright, so basically what my plan is I have an area of 7 feet that I was going to do my workbench. So it'd be 7 feet, and then it's going to be 24 inches deep. Okay, so that'll be 24 here. For the top, I'm going to be using 2 by 6 by 8. Okay, and then on the side, it's going to be 7 feet long. I want the height of the desk to be 36 inches. So we're going to have 1.5 for the 2 by 4. Or excuse me, the 2 by 6. And then we're going to have 3.5 for the 2 by 4 for the base, which is a total of 5 inches. So my legs are going to be 31 inches long. So I'm going to have 4 legs, and I'm actually going to have 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a support in the middle here, where this opening here is going to be 2 feet with no shelf. And then this area here is going to be 5 feet with a shelf that's going to be 12 inches off the ground. So that's my basic plan for this build here. I can guarantee I will be modifying along the way. So what do you say let's start getting the wood and let's start the build. Alright, so we'll take this, pop that down there. Let's see if this is going to work. 31 inches. Beautiful. Alright, so our next step is the 4 corners need to be double. So I got to glue those together, and I'm going to have to wait for a little bit to finish the rest. So let's get to some gluing. I hate gluing. Alright, how many of you caught my measurement was wrong at the beginning? Are going to be 31 inches long. So I'm going to have to improvise on this a little bit. I didn't take into consideration the cross beam going across. I measured it on top of the legs. Won't be strong enough to do it that way. So I'm going to have to add pieces on the legs on the top and the bottom to bring it up, because otherwise the bench is going to be about 32 inches down, which is going to be below my waist, which is too low. So I can't believe I did that. But what I've got to do now is I got to glue the legs together. That should work. All right, let's get to some gluing. I'm going to do 4 of these. Okay, and I use Gorilla Glue. I really like Gorilla Glue. It's a little more expensive, but it works really well. So, Gorilla Glue. And not being sponsored by them, but it works really well. Try that again. Out of this thing. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, throw a couple of brads in it just to hold it together. Take the clamps. Don't know what just fell over there. Right. Clamp that side together. And that side together. And this needs to sit for an hour or so. Alright, so I got the 4 corner legs glued and clamped. I'm going to have to wait roughly about an hour. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some supports going across to raise them up a little bit. God, I wish I didn't have to do that. But alright, so this is brad nailed and glued. I'm going to throw some screws in it to strengthen it. Okay, so that's nice and solid now. That's not going anywhere. Alright, so now what we need to do is I'm going to need to cut 4 more 24-inch boards. I already have it set up. Let's get that done. Get the legs all made. So now what I got to do is I got to lay out the bench, figure out the length that I'm going to do. I'm pretty sure it's 7 feet. Make the frame for the top, attach the legs, flip it over, and then install the top. So, got the frame all built out here. Now what I gotta do is move some of this junk so I can flip it over and start working on the top. Shell all done. This thing's pretty solid. What we're going to do now is I got to put a shelf in here. I got to cut 2 supports, and then the plywood's going to go over the top. So yeah, I think one will. So there's a good support. Let's get the wafer board. Let's try to figure out how to cut this thing because I got one shot at it. am at the final stage right now. I have my 2x6s up on the top of the workbench here. They are glued together right now. Like I say, before I used the Gorilla Glue, so these things have been sitting for about an hour, so they probably should be together. I think I could take these off now. They look probably good. Let's take a look. That's going to be my top. I got to cut a foot off over here. But I wonder if like I said, I didn't have a clamp long enough to go completely across. So I don't have a long enough clamp. So what I'm going to do is go like this. Go like this. See if this works. Okay. That actually looks pretty good. Looks like it could work. I have a cramp in my forearm right now. Oh, God, that hurt. Wow, look at that. You can see it tightening up right from there. Alright, so that's all clamped up right now. That actually worked. I'm surprised that it did. Alright, so everything should be dried up right now. I am going to take the clamps off and let's see how this bench top came out. Never did this before, so I had to get a little funky with the clamps because the clamps I had weren't long enough. Yeah, hopefully this works. So let's take a look and see how this desktop came out. Yeah, this came out nice. This workbench is nice. What I'm going to do now is, for Father's Day, I got an electric planer. I haven't used it yet. I think I'm going to unbox that thing and let's try smoothing this out, see if I can get it any smoother. So what I got here is a Wen 3 3/4 inch electric planer. I have never used a planer before, so this is going to be, it'll be interesting. It's model 6530. Yeah, let's break this open. Let's see what's inside here. The way it says is you start the nose down, and then when you get to the end, you lift up. So alright, so I'm going to plane this down, get it as smooth as I can, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get. I planed the top. I need a lot of practice on it, but I think I did a really good job. I think the rest I'm going to take off with sanding. So I got my oscillating sander over here. I'm going to start and work my way up the grits and go from there. Alright, everyone. Got the workbench all done. Came out just the way that I wanted. It's pretty close to the specs that I had at the beginning of the video. Had to do a couple of minor modifications just because I made a mistake with some measuring. But I'm at the point right now where I have to secure the top to the base and then finish the top. I was going to do some trim around the edge. Still not sure whether I'm going to do that. We'll see. Alright, so what I'm going to do to secure it is I'm going to put a little bit of glue. The weight of this thing is actually going to hold it down, so I'm not going to really need too much glue because this really holds strong. And while I'm letting that glue set up and dry, I'm going to start cleaning the top off so to get it ready to be stained. I'm going to put a coat of polyurethane, a couple of coats of polyurethane on it, get a nice hard coat on it, so got to get all this dirt and dust and everything off. Alright, so it's been sitting for about an hour. I'm going to take the clamps off right now, give it a quick damp wipe, make sure I get all the dust off, and we're going to stop polyurethaning the top of the workbench. Alright, so I'm going to open up the polyurethane. It's a water-based poly. First time I've ever used it, I used it on the other side when I was doing the office. Not a big fan of it. It works well, but you got to put a ton of coats on it. So it is what it is. So let's pop this top off. The good thing with it also is there's not much of an odor to it. So let's get all this stuff off. Put that in like that. And let's stop polying. It's probably going to be like 5 coats. Okay, so that's the first coat. Let it sit for about half an hour or so, and then we'll come and do the second coat. Okay, got a couple of coats of the poly on it, and I started looking at the desk, and I really decided, at first I wasn't going to put the edge on here, but I started looking at it, and I put the edge up against it, and let me bring the camera in here so you could see what it'll look like. I ended up taking, it's a 1x2 pine, and I stained it in golden oak. I think that's going to look really sharp. Let's install this, and then we'll do some more coats of poly. Alright, so I got the brad nailer. I'm not sure whether the glue is going to stick to this with the stain on it. So, in either case, I'll put a little bit on just to be sure. Some dabs on. Don't think that it's really going to work, but we'll see. So, we're going to line up this edge. So, nice and level right on the edge.
To be quiet. Is that enough?
Yep. Beauteous. All right, let's take a look at it. I think that came out really nice. Throw a couple more coats of poly on it, it's going to look nice. Alright everyone, it's taken a while, but the workbench is done. The workshop's pretty close to being done too. Take a look at the bench. Let's see. It is all set. Top is made of 2x6s. I used the Win electric planer, brought them down, sanded it down. About 5 coats of polyurethane is on the top of this. Put a trim around it. Put a chamfer in it, stained. It's a 1x2 pine select. And then with the chamfer, I left that natural, so it kind of looks like an inlaid. Got a little fancy there. Storage shelf on the bottom down here. Storage below. Place for my shop vac. Okay. All my stuff over there. And the table saw. I was originally gonna build this as a miter station, but I only got 7 feet. Didn't have enough room. So there it is, it's done. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. I really enjoyed building this. Like I said, I'm a complete beginner at this, so it was a learning process on it, but I think it came out pretty good. We'll see how long it lasts. In any case, it's exactly what I wanted. I have plenty of room now for storage and for all my tools, so it's worked out good. The workshop is almost all done also, which is a good thing. But I'm going to end this video right now. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Like I said before, if you are new to the channel, please, well, first of all, thanks for coming this far in the video. I do appreciate it. But if you could hit that subscribe button, it really does help me out. I appreciate it. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. Hit that little bell icon. You'll get a notification anytime I put up a new video. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought of the build. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you didn't. Leave me comments and let me know if there's something that I could have done different, or if something you see that might not be the way that it should be. But as of right now, for me, I'm happy with this. Yeah, it worked out really well. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. And I'll be back with you guys again real soon.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.